Hi everyone, my name's Josh and I am a former camp counsellor, head of camp counsellors, lifeguard supervisor and programme director at a summer camp in Williamstown, New Jersey called Camp Sun and Fun, which was a special needs summer camp. When I was initially applying for camp, I kept my application really open and I didn't really have a preference of where I wanted to go. For me, one of the biggest motivations of accepting the role at the special needs summer camp was actually my half brother who has Down syndrome himself. So I really wanted to help that community and that aspect of special needs campers and help them have an amazing summer. When I think about some of the biggest differences of a special needs summer camp compared to, say, a traditional summer camp, the biggest one that stands out to me is actually the ages. So a special needs summer camp often work not just with children, but they also work with adults. Our oldest camper was actually in her 90s and she came to camp every summer for the last 60 years. Special needs summer camp are very similar to a traditional summer camp in terms of the day-to-day life at summer camp. We do activities, we go and have food fights, we do flagpole, we'll do s'mores at summer camp. I think there's a pre-made idea that because it's a special needs summer camp, we're going to do things very differently. But in fact, the traditions are very much the same. And for a camper who comes there for a week or 2 weeks, it's their time to be their most authentic self. A lot of times our special needs campers, they might be told to act the same way in society. And when they come to camp, they're allowed to just be themselves. And that's also really true for a camp counsellor. You'll find that a lot of camp counsellors, when they go to camp in whatever setting, they become their best self. One of the main differences of a special needs summer camp as well is the respite it gives to a caregiver, a family member who support or care for a child with special needs. For a lot of us, we'll take things for granted like going to the movies or going out for a meal. For some parents who have a child with special needs, that isn't always a spontaneous decision. It has to be pre-planned out. And for a lot of these families, the 1 week or 2 weeks where their child or loved one is at summer camp is the 1 week that they may be able to reconnect, may be able to just go and have that ice cream, may be able to go to the movies with their other loved ones and reconnect in those ways. Did I have any preconceived ideas of what my summer camp was going to be like? The honest answer is I didn't. I got that email, I said yes, and I didn't really think about it for a few months and then I went to camp. I wish I had done, in hindsight, I wish I had done a little bit more research. The things that I was actually more concerned about, not even concerned about, what I was thinking about was, where am I in America? How close am I to the nearest city? What sports teams am I going to support? End up being the Philadelphia Eagles. I was very much in the mentality of, I'll say yes, and we'll see what happens. I'm going to have a good time regardless. What did I learn about myself working at a special needs summer camp? One of the biggest benefits of the special needs summer camp that I went to was it was a very small non-for-profit summer camp. And what I mean by that was it wasn't a real huge summer camp where there's hundreds and hundreds of staff. We were a close-knit group. There was around 50 of us all together, and that's from camp counsellors to activity specialists and all our support staff. For me, it made me make real connections with friends that I've still got to this day. When I think about the best camp counsellors that I worked with at camp and the type of people we wanted for our summer camp, it always came down to the same type of people who were caring, energetic, and were really passionate about what they wanted to do. We didn't really care about if you had loads of experience. We just wanted to know that you had a great attitude and you were willing to work with people and help them have an amazing summer. And when I actually think about those great camp counsellors, they were always the same type of people. They were the people who treated their camper like anyone else. It might sound like a cliche, but it was very much true. A lot of people, when they interact with people with special needs, they might act in a certain way, they might engage with them in the same way, and try and wrap them up in cotton wool and protect them. For the campers, all they ever want to do is just have an amazing summer. For a lot of the campers, this is the highlight of their summer. It's the highlight of their year. And they just want a camp counsellor that brings that same energy day in, day out, and can help them achieve that, whilst also just treating them like anyone else would want to be treated, with love, passion, and respect.
If you like this video and you want to see more camp and travel content, make sure you like this video and hit subscribe.